Welcome back to the vlog. A few months ago, some friends of ours gave us a dresser and mirror. We use the dresser all the time. I painted a nice white color, but the mirror we just don't need. And so I'm gonna take it to a local resale shop. The problem is it's not heavy, but it's just awkward. So I have to get this from the steps here to my car around the corner. Let's see how well I do. If I break the mirror, I'll just be taking this thing to the trash, I guess. Okay, I'm thinking that the mirror stops about right here and my roof rack will be just perfect to hold this thing. So let me see if I can hoist it up there and be done with it. And I don't know, it's right there on the edge of the mirror. Like, you may not be able to see it, but that's the mirror and that's the mirror. I feel like maybe I should flip that around for safety. Well, just dropped off that mirror and I think we go to take some ram pumps to the courier and then gonna go to the gym for a while. Man, I've been really slacking off with my gym time, so I really got to get back in there. Picking up that mirror, which doesn't weigh more than 60 pounds, was a pain, so getting weak. Just got back from my post office box, which is 323 Micaville, North Carolina, 28755, just in case you wanted to send me some snail mail. Anyway, a friend of mine and fellow YouTuber sent a package, and I wanted to show you what it was. So it is a fish wrap. No, I'm just kidding. Sam from the Green Acre Homestead has recently been doing a lot of wood turning, and this is a mallet for a chisel. So that will actually be incorporated in the legs build for the workbench here. Now, he didn't know that I was building this bench, and I didn't ask for this. It just showed up in my P.O. box. So I thought that would be really awesome. But the chisels I have are actually your really cheapo Lowe's version, but that's what I'll be using to I forget what it's called, tenon and mortise or something. But anyway, on the back side of this bench, the bottom side, I'm going to be cutting out a 2x4 place. So my plan is that each leg will have 3 2x4s. So I will cut out the spot on the bottom, and then it'll have 2 more boards sandwiched on that one that will rest the weight. So it should be quite sturdy for this bench, because this bench is really not that heavy. It's only 4 foot long. So, but anyway, I just wanted to show you this, and I will hopefully remember to link his information down below, and you can check out his other work. But he is definitely quite skilled at wood turning. I wrote Sam a message on Facebook at the Green Acre Homestead about the mallet that he sent. Thanked him for it. And he said there were some instructions on his vlog number 1 about this mallet that I should check out. So I watched this video, and his instructions were, I've got to use this. I can't just hang it up on a shelf and make it look pretty. So let's go ahead and give this a test and see if we can put some marks into it. This will actually be a really great test, because whenever I go to put the legs on my new workbench, I'm going to be using this same method here. So I've got a piece of 2x4 locked down, and I've got a Forstner bit, a never used before 1/2 inch chisel, and then the new mallet. So that will be a good test to see how well I can chisel out a hole here in this 2x4. But before we get started, this vlog episode actually has a sponsor. So I was contacted to try out the Vanon battery brand. They make aftermarket batteries for all kinds of different things, but in my case, I decided to go with the DeWalt battery for my drill. So it's the Vanon 18 volt, and it looks and feels just like a typical battery you would use from this brand. And one thing I've noted is that in the past I've purchased non-brand batteries, and they were a real pain to get in and out of the charger and the tool itself, and this one is not that way. So it is a much more proper fit than some of the batteries I have used. So if you are looking for batteries that are not quite as expensive as your name brand, then check out Vanon. I'll have the link in the description down below. But all right, let's go ahead and use this battery to put a couple of holes in this wood. So my actual bench, I'm going to be using 3.5 by 1.5 as the dimensions for my 2x4 leg. But on here, I'm just going to draw a box and try and keep within that box for this test. Doesn't have to be perfect here. Let's just go down a little bit and see what happens there. So the thought is, if I drill out using this Forstner bit, then I can chisel out the edges and get a nice smooth place. All right, let's see how many dents we're going to put in this. I believe he said it was cherry, which is kind of fun. Now on the actual bench, I'm going to be just cutting out a single 2x6, actually is what it is. So it should be pretty straightforward. Okay, that's a good enough first test. So what I'm seeing here is that all it has done is put some very light indentions there on this mallet. So definitely going to be able to withstand a long period of work. So I like it a lot. Big thanks from Sam over at the Green Acre Homestead. I'll take your advice and I will definitely use this. If you want to check out his work, I'll have a link to his YouTube in the description down below. I want to take a minute to mention my goals and dreams for the future. Now some of these are a little bit ambitious, but if we don't have dreams, then we just sit on the couch and watch TV all day. I mean, for example, building this shop was a dream of mine, and it's getting close to completion. So here are my thoughts. Behind the house we have this big ugly hill, and as you can see, there's no grass growing on it, and every rain it washes down more and more of this silt. So one of my goals or dreams is to build about a 6-foot retaining wall back here. So I'm about 5'10" or 11, so we come out straight, and it's going to have all of this extra room that I can do stuff with. So that'll be the entire length of this hill, which is pretty long. So once that is done, I would like to extend out the porch at least twice of what it is and connect the two pieces, and then I'd also like to screen it in, which would be really nice. So basically it would come out to at least right here, and we could put, you know, a picnic table out here and have a screened in porch. And so that would be really handy to have all back here. I probably want to keep the stairs, the steps where they are, and just have a door here and a door over there and have all of that. But the hill is going to be cut back enough that I can ride the four-wheeler and lawnmower back here, and I'm going to probably move the lawnmower tent back there in the back and have that out of the way, and I can still get in and out with that. And so on top of the wall, it'll be much more level, and so I want to be able to mow that. So I'll probably have a little access point back here where I can mow. And so by moving the four-wheeler and lawnmower shed, I'm going to want to have a carport here for Ashley's car and or my car. And so what I will do is build that here with maybe a little storage room in the back for like for weed eater and for chainsaw and that kind of stuff. But so that would be on this side of the house, take up the majority of this side, and I'll probably even put a covering over it that would wrap around the house and connect with the porch, so that when Ashley's coming out of the car, she can just, if it's raining, you know, not have to walk to the front door in the rain, which will be good with the child. So those are my goals and dreams for if I ever get a little bit of extra cash flow. And so I will definitely bring you along for all of that. So that being said, what I want to do is just see what would happen if I went up 5 or 6 feet and over onto the hill and get an idea of just how much space I'm going to have. So let's do that real quick. I'm going to tap this fence post in a little bit. I can use it to just kind of get an idea here. This is not going to be anything permanent. I just want to see where I'm at. Okay, I have this rope marked at 5 foot. I'm going to step up the hill and do a level and measurement. Okay, so that's a general level line there. I'm going to just take the tape measure and see what kind of distance I've got to that rock up there. So let's just say the current drop off of the hill is 12 foot right here. So that adds another 12 foot this way. I'm going to do this one more time on the side hill and see what I get. Honestly, it's about the same, 12 foot here as well. That's pretty good news. If I extend the hill 12 feet back that way and curve around, and then 12 feet this way, if I extended the porch 6 more feet, I would still have enough room to get stuff back on. I'd probably gravel all the way around so that the mower and four-wheeler wouldn't mess anything up. But anyway, that's going to be really awesome, and that should bring up everything to that point. What I may have to do is come up to the very top. So I would definitely rent an excavator for all of this. So I'd probably come up and do another wall that was just a couple feet tall and have the tree line at that wall. And so there'd be about, we're looking at what, 6 to 8 feet of wall up there, or flat spot. So I can mow all the way around, plant stuff up there. Anyway, that's just an idea of what I'd like to have in the future for around the house here. A lot of talk, money's going to be required for all that. So let's do some real work. So what I want to finish up today is the trim work on the shop. I'm so close to having the outside of this thing done, except for coverings over the doors. I have some scrap pieces of hardy siding left. I need to cut down into strips to put here. I need 4 of them total for the remainder of the trim work. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do now. Sometimes it can be a real challenge to get a good angle on some of the projects I do here on the building. It's very cramped between the house and the building here. So you may have asked yourself, Seth, you've got this really great drone. Why don't you use it anymore? Yeah, I thought the same thing. The problem is, DJI is a great company as far as they make a great product, but they have recently required an update to a new app. And so when the app comes out, you have to upgrade the firmware. When you upgrade the firmware on the controller and the plane, it messes up, or at least apparently it does for a whole lot of people. When it messes up, conveniently, you can send it in for $200 and DJI will clear out the memory. I don't have $200 to send in with a drone that I've already paid $1,400 for. So my plan is to search the web and hopefully find a solution that I can do myself and not pay that ridiculous amount of money. It seems very suspicious to me. Like, maybe there's companies thinking, well, how are we going to make money after people have purchased a drone that should last for years? Well, anyway, so right now my drone is just a paperweight. So what I'm doing now is adding a small strip to the side of the shop. Whenever I put the siding on, the big pieces, I left out these strips up here. I don't know why, but so anyway, I'm just having to add just enough to bring it out so that I can put the trim piece on. Now it's supposed to rain soon, so I'm going to go ahead and just slap on these 4 pieces of trim and call it good. I've been procrastinating to get this done for a long time. So I finally have those 2 pieces done and the other corner, which makes the shop pretty well complete on the outside. Eventually I want to fill in a little gap right there and over there. And then I'm going to have the roof coming up here. I'm just going to use a single piece of tin, cut it in half, and then do just a little A-frame above here. And that'll keep, it'll be 3 feet out, and that'll keep stuff from getting to the door itself. And I'm going to do the same thing on the back side, just a little tiny A-frame on the single door, and that should be sufficient. But anyway, I am super excited to finally have the last of the trim boards on the shop here. Well, today is the 31st of July, which means it's the end of Vlogmas in July, or whatever we decided to call it at the beginning of the month. So my question for you is, have you enjoyed having this many vlogs and less of my typical project videos? There were, including this video, 19 videos in the month of July, which for me is pretty good. Normally I have about 15, so that few extra videos takes a lot of time, but I found it to be pretty enjoyable. So just write below what you think about having more vlogs and a few less project videos. If you do enjoy it, I'm up for continuing, because I have a list of projects, bigger projects that I'd like to do, but I can certainly vlog more and just work on those big projects and have them out to you as they come. So anyway, just write below what you think, and we'll go in that direction. I was cleaning out that back closet for moving Emma back there soon. And so some of my filming equipment boxes are just going to be stored up here in case I ever want to use them again. That's a pretty nice addition, isn't it? I like that. Well, I think this is going to conclude today's vlog. I hope you have enjoyed it. I was going to do some painting, but the rain, I believe, is going to settle in here very quick. Let's see if it'll focus for you here. Clouds are getting dark. So, I think what I'm going to do is do some inside stuff here in the shop. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.